rain, sand, sun, hail.
Long ago, the four nations lived together in harmony. Then, everything changed when
The weather war broke out. Yo guys, Cobalion Council here, and today I'm here with another episode of Pimp A Squad, I believe episode 2. But before starting this episode, I want to tell you guys some backstory on the theme of this episode. Back in a generation 5, there was a thing called weather wars. It's basically the entire meta in a nutshell. It was like a bomb snow with the snow, or well, with hail, I guess. Ninetales with sun, hippo and Tyranitar with sand, and Politoad with rain. The weathers weren't 5 turns, but the entire battle, so it was kinda a little bit OP. And the most OP ones were rain and sand. There's just rain and sand teams everywhere, and it's basically once you kill the weather setter of the opponent, you've probably won the battle, but it wasn't really a balanced meta. Eventually, I believe that sun and hail were like the kind of lackluster ones. So in today's episode, I decided to build around sun and hail as a dedication to Generation 5 and the weather wars, so that I can actually celebrate the weather wars once again. So the first team, I had to build a sun team around, well, just a sun team in OU. The suggestion was from Lord Zeden or Zeden987 on YouTube, but a good friend of mine, so I thought, why not build this squadron? So the first mon we have on the team, of course, is Mega Charizard Y. And why did I want to do this? Well, first of all, to make that pun, of course. Second of all, it's just the best drought attacker, an amazing nuke, Fire Blast, Solar Beam, Focus Blast, Roost, just a standard set. There aren't a lot of switch-ins for this thing. I mean, Chansey is, of course, but it's just an amazing drought setter, and an amazing special attacker in OU, and pretty much the only thing that's viable with Sun. So the second mon, of course, as a dedication, I had to bring Ninetales with the Heat Rock, so you can have more turns of Sun, Overheat, Will-O-Wisp, Sleep Attack, and Roar. That's a pretty weird set, but the Overheat is like a solid 2-hit KO, and a lot of like ground types that can come in, like Landorus, Curran Black, for example. They're all getting 2-hit KO'd, and Overheat with the investment that I have kills an Amoonguss all the time. Every time, just bam, like the normal standard Amoonguss, the pivot dies from this overheat, which is nice. Will-O-Wisp just to burn attackers that might come in, like an Excadrill or something like that. Stuff that can actually sweep your team, but you can burn, or even mons that like special attackers, they have a little bit of chip damage, which is nice. Will-O-Wisp is just a solid move once it hits. Sleep Talk is here, so I have a response to Amoonguss, so I can come in on Amoonguss, go for Sleep Talk, maybe pull an Overheat, maybe pull a Will-O-Wisp, something like that. So it's pretty nice. And the last move I have is Roar, and that's because of the fact that Hidden Power Ground isn't really doing a lot to Heatran, so facing it out with Roar, maybe with the Stealth Rocks up, is a pretty nice solid strat. I went with max speed just to potentially win a speed tie with like base 100s. If you look at OU, 100 is a really standard speed. Ones like Mega God of War, if it's timid, a timid Mega War isn't that common, but it might win a speed tie versus that. If you take a look like Mew, you can potentially burn, which is nice. A mon like Charizard, if it sets up a Dragon Dance, you can roar out, so the speed doesn't matter on that. But the main reason I did it was because of that Medicham. Medicham is really annoying, just one of the best Megas in the tier. And if it's jolly and you win the speed tie, you can burn it and pretty much neutralize the threat. This investment also allows me to live a Assault Vest Azumarill's Waterfall in the sun, and it has 25% to well, 75% to live a Choice Banded Waterfall from an Azumarill, which is crazy. So it might be able to burn that, so it's pretty nice. The third mon I wanted on the squad was an Excadrill. Why did I want Excadrill? Basically, if someone brings a T-Tar or a Hippo, which is pretty common, it would be annoying to get rid of those, to get rid of it, but I have Sand Rush, so I can kinda speed tie with the other Excadrills and might potentially kill it, which is pretty nice. I just went with the EQ Iron Head, Rapid Spin, just to spin rocks away, and rocks myself once I feel the need to set up those rocks. For example, if the opponent doesn't have sand, you can just use this as a stealth rock setter, and that's the reason why I also went with the leftovers. It's just the standard speed stat and stuff like that. Next one, just looking at those moves, you know this is cash. It's Volcanion. The reason that I wanted Volcanion is when the opponent has Rain. I mean, Rain isn't that common, but if it has it, you have a switch into Hydro Pumps and stuff like that. And this is basically just Hydro Pump switching, a Water type switching. Your opponent cannot spam Skull and stuff like that. I didn't want Solar Beam. I really wanted to put Solar Beam on this guy for like Kellio and stuff like that. But it's nice to have a mon that doesn't have Solar Beam, so once they switch out into another weather, you're not charging up for 2 turns. The moveset is indeed a little bit strange. I mean, it's Assault Vest. The reason for that is that I wanted a little bit more bulk and I didn't necessarily need another really hard special attacker, so I just went with this. Steam Eruption, Fire Blast, Earth Power are pretty common, are pretty good. But most sets run Hidden Power Grass, but I didn't really feel the need just because of the fact that I have a Grass type, I have Solar Beam on Charizard. And the reason I went with Explosion is once a Politoed, I mean, I can take a Hydro Pump and stuff like that, but I cannot really do anything back once Rain is up. So I wanted to explode just to get off major damage. That's the reason why I have like 8 speed, just 8 attack investment. Get rid of it. Might potentially come in with a mon that does outspeed and finish it off. So it's quite gimmicky, but I love the fact that I have Explosion on this set. Next mon, Executor, bringing some BL4 madness, Life Orb, Chlorophyll, Sweeper. This speed allows me to outspeed Mega Alakazam, I do believe. Yes, I do believe I outspeed Mega Alakazam. I outspeed a lot of Scarfers as well. Like, I believe Scarf Excadrill doesn't outspeed me, I outspeed it, which is pretty nice. I have Leaf Storm, just to hit a major damage, and maybe if like Sand is up because of T-Tar, I can go for Leaf Storm, so it's not like I have to have Sun up for this guy. Solar Beam for when the sun is up. Psyshock because it's better for Chansey and stuff like that. And Sleep Powder so I can put something asleep, which is always nice. And my last mon is the Weavile. I needed a Choice Bandit mon. I needed a physical attacker. I needed something to knock off those Chanseys because Chansey is really annoying for this team. So I went with the Choice Bandit Weavile, which could be really nice. Icicle Crash, Knock Off, Ice Shard, Low Kick, pretty standard. I wanted Low Kick on this over the Pursuit because like Knock Off doesn't 2-hit KO a specially defensive Heatran, which is pretty common and it's pretty annoying for the team. So I went Low Kick so that I can either kill it or once rocks are up, kill it, or 2-hit KO it, stuff like that. So it's pretty nice. The really big threats versus the team are a lot of mons that pretty much kill this. It's a heat set, but it's a heat team. And even though I have Choice Bandit Ice Shard, once Weavile is gone, I don't really have anything for Tornadus. Tornadus is pretty annoying. I mean, it does need to land those Hurricanes in the sun, which is 50%. But I mean, it's pretty nice set to try to counter Tornadus, but Tornadus is still a big threat. Like Mega Man Natric is pretty annoying to deal with. Mons like Mega Alakazam are, I mean, it isn't very common, but it's really annoying to deal with. So it isn't the perfect team, but I feel like it's a nice it's a nice Sun team for OU. So next team, oh crap, yeah, it was Lord Zeden's team, Solgaleo of course, but Jacob. So this I have this super cool, nice Heat NU team, based around Frogadier, and he wanted me to use Frogadier, an offensive Frogadier, in a lower tier like PU, NU, RU. So I didn't want to go RU because Frogadier wouldn't survive it, so I went NU. I didn't want PU because, I mean, that's too easy, you know. So I went NU, and I wanted to build a hill team because of the Weather Wars theme. So I have 2 hill setters and a Frogadier. That's the reason why I have Blizzard on this thing. It's Stab Blizzard, which is always gonna hit with the Protean, and with the hail, because of hail you always land the blizzards. A Hydro Pump is really nice, just to hit like fire types like Magmora and stuff like that, which could otherwise be scary. Dark Pulse is there for Jinxes, and this is pretty much my Jinx counter as well. If you play a little bit of NU, Jinx is really annoying in those lower tiers, but you can set up a sub once it wants to try to Lovely Kiss. He cannot side shock you because of the Dark Pulse. Ice Beam isn't gonna do a lot once you switch in. So it's my Jinx counter. Scarf Jinx could be annoying, but let's ignore the fact that that's a set. You can just set up a sub and go for these powerful moves. The reason why I didn't want Life Orb is just because of the fact that Substitute, Life Orb, and if you want to use other moves in the hail, you're gonna take a lot of damage, so I didn't want that. I just went Expert Belt, and yeah. Next mon, Abomasnow. Of course, I had to the Ninetales and the Abomasnow, the Snow Setter, well, Hail Setter. It's not Icy Rock. Why? Well, I mean, I don't have mons that benefit the speed and stuff like that. It's not that heavily reliant on the ice, the hail. So it's just a thing that helps Blizzard hit and stuff like that. It's a powerful attacker that can get rid of like lanterns with the Giga Drain. Earthquake wants a fire type wants to switch in, or electric type, stuff like that. Ice Shard, powerful priority. This speed allows me to outspeed a Adamant Torterra, I believe. So if Ice Shard doesn't kill, if it's super bulky, my Fury to be Yachi or something like that can go for the Blizzard. Just nice speeds. It also outspeeds like Aggron, which can nuke a little bit. And just nice speed tiering. It's a nice offensive mom. And the other Snow Setter is Auroris with Scarf, Blizzard, Scarf, Freeze Dry of course being there for like Gastrodon, other bulky water types like Lantern and stuff like that, which is Freeze Dry bait. Ancient Power, just maybe try to get that scumbag boost. Rock typing is just nice in general. And Earth Power, I didn't went with like Thunderbolt or other moves. Earth Power is there for the Steel types, which can be quite annoying, so Earth Power is there, of course. This speed, the fact that it is a Scarf, allows me to outspeed a Archeops, which could be a lot of trouble versus this team, a big threat to this team. So I went Scarf with this. Next mom, Tauros. I wanted something for like Scarf fire types. Tauros can most of the time take a hit. It can Earthquake, so it doesn't really have like fire types can be potentially like quote unquote trapped with the Earthquake. Rock Climb, just nice stab. Fire Blast for those annoying like Ferrothorn or Ferroseed, I should say. Ferroseed is a lot of trouble versus the team, but who cares? Zen Headbutt is there for mods like Hariyama, which could form a major threat. Like fighting types in general is just annoying. I wanted the Spinner because Stealth Rock. Yeah, I wanted the Spinner. Toxic Spikes as well. It's just annoying versus the team, so I wanted a nice solid Spinner. This is just the standard Hitmonchan Hitmonchan said, I went Thunder Punch over Ice Punch though, just because of the fact that I have 3 Blizzard users, so I have a lot of ice coverage. And Thunder Punch is there for like Mantai and stuff like that, who can potentially try to burden me or air slash me. Just Thunder Punch is there for like bulky waters, except Lantern. So it's and Gastron of course, but Thunder Punch is just a little bit better, I feel like. Last mon, I wanted something for those pesky fighting types. So Colbur Mesprit is here. Psychic, I don't know what's up with pronunciation today, but Psychic, you can run Psyshock if you want to, but I feel like Psychic is just a little bit better. Don't know. Psyshock. U-turn for momentum if you want it. Stealth Rock because I needed Stealth Rock Setter. Thunder Wave, just yellow magic in general is amazing. If you want Healing Wish, because this team is whittled down quite easily, you can run Healing Wish over the Thunder Wave, but just yellow magic, in my opinion, is a little bit better in that spot. It's just the standard, but just physically offensive mon that can deal with those fighting types, that can potentially, once Samurott misses a hit, go for a Thunder Wave and hope it isn't Lumberry. This team isn't the best, just because of the fact that Hail isn't the best playstyle, but it's really fun to use. Just having sub Frogadier and just 2 Hail setters with the Tauros. I love this team. I really love this team. I don't know if it's that viable. I don't think so, because like Swallow kills my entire team. If your opponent does have a Swallow, which is a really big threat, keep in mind that Abomasnow has that Ice Shard, so once it comes in on rocks or something like that, Ice Shard's probably gonna kill. And of course, Mesprit can take a hit, go for the yellow magic and neutralize it. Yeah, I mean Jinx is annoying for the team as well. Cough cough, Ice type, Ice type. So I know we don't have a Sleep Sack, but ignore the fact. It's just another fun team to use in NU of course, and that's pretty much the great timing. That's the entire Pimp A Squad for today. I will do like in 2 weeks probably. If someone has a suggestion, I will probably come with episode number 3. And yeah, that's it for me today. So I'll see you guys later. Peace.